you didn't know it, there's a ton that goes into planning a long RV or van trip.
You'd think we'd be pros at it by now. We are better than we used to be.
But we're nowhere near what you would call a pro.
Because we're always changing how we pack,
What we pack,
what we take,
and where we go. Today, we're going to share with you a little bit about that process we go through every time we get ready for a new trip.
which is what we're doing today.
I just noticed that I'm getting bald on this picture here.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's the opposite in the way most people get bald. I've got hair around the edge here, but
Maybe
what's
you can do
on
a
top?
good comb over.
I guess so. I guess they call that if you're bald here, then you're a lover, and if you're bald up here, then you're a thinker. Do you know what they call it if you're bald in both places?
You think about it, I don't know.
You think you're a lover.
Oh, you think you're a lover?
I don't know if it means you're bald here but not here. So now that you've seen my weird bald spot, a little history about us.
We're Owen, Lynn, and Maggie of Van Trekking Lifestyle. We've been RVing for 20 years.
You'd think we'd be better at getting ready to leave for a trip, wouldn't you?
You would.
We have a system that works for us. There's a lot that you have to do. And in today's video, we're going to show you a little bit about what you have to accomplish before you can leave your home and leave for maybe 3 weeks.
Maybe 3 months.
You may have heard the saying, make a detailed plan and God's going to laugh.
And when you're trying to plan a 6,000-mile or a 3-month trip, you'll soon find out that's true.
Things are going to come up.
Whether it's a pandemic,
Or family needs,
medical worries,
something always comes up.
which is why instead of just preparing to go out west right now,
We're preparing to go to Florida first and then hopefully head out west. So once we landed on a time frame that we could head to Florida, the next thing was to sit down and try to book reservations for the places we wanted to go. If you've ever been to Florida before,
booking 3 weeks in Florida might seem impossible. But what you want to do first is book the places that you want to visit the most. And then
fill in the gaps with places that you want to see that you know you love, or maybe even new places.
so in this trip, we're going to include some of our favorite Florida parks.
Like Anastasia,
And Tomoka.
and the Ocala National Forest,
And the RV Super Show in Tampa.
maybe.
We're also going to visit one of our old stomping grounds, the KOA in St. Petersburg, where we hope to see a lot of our old friends.
And there's several places we're going to stay at on this trip that we've never been able to get into before. That first one,
Fort DeSoto. We're really excited about that
you've
one.
never been there. It's a county park in Pinellas County, but man, it is an awesome place, and we're looking forward to that.
We're also going to try out Lake Griffin State Park, which we're pretty excited about that one too.
We're really excited about all the places we're going to go in Florida. But if things go the way we have planned, we're going to leave there and head out west. Several times on our channel, we've kind of had a conversation in front of you guys as we make a decision. So today we're going to do that as well. Now that we know we're heading to Florida, we have to decide what's important to take with us. So, e-bikes, are they going?
I definitely think we'll take the e-bikes.
How about our kayaks?
Well, since we don't really want to take the trailer,
Why do we not want to take the trailer? We took it to Florida last year.
but if we go out west, I don't think that we will want to take the trailer out west.
We don't. I don't want to have to back that trailer in and out of places on forest roads. So that means the kayaks can't go.
Right. So we did consider getting an Oru kayak or an inflatable kayak to put in the back.
Even if we took them, it would make things so crowded in the back of the van, and I'm just not sure that we'd want to do that right now.
Right.
So we're going to take the bikes. We're going to put the bike rack on the back. We're going to take the griddle. Are we going to leave the trasharoo on the back? I assume we are.
Wood and trash. And
We're going to take a different rug this time, right? We talked about that. So
Right.
we want to be able to put the rug back there because it can ride outside better. And are we going to set the back up so we can sit there, or are we going to plan to sit in the front?
I think we're going to still sit in the front and use the back as a garage.
Okay. Are we going to take the solo stove?
We are definitely taking our solo stove.
So I think we know kind of what we want to take.
And we have a plan of how we're going to take them and pack them.
I think we've learned the hard way that the least amount of things that you take with you, the more comfortable you are in this little van. You can stuff a lot in here, but then you lose the ability to actually live in the van when you do that.
Around, yeah.
And that works if we can sit outside and enjoy the outside. But if we ever get stuck in a rainstorm and have to stay inside for 2 or 3 days, you don't want to have every square inch packed with stuff in here, because you've got to be able to move around. Lynn kind of thinks I'm Mr. Fix-It, so there's some things we needed to repair before we left. I needed to finish working on my e-bike to make sure that it was ready to go. We had some issues with the awning. We very rarely use it, but we want to be able to do it. It was doing this thing that when we turned the key, it would come in and go out and turn in and go out, and we had this fear that it was going to do that wacky thing while we were rolling down the interstate. That would make a heck of a noise for just a few minutes. Speaking of noise, we had to fix the fan in the Max Air fan so that that vent didn't rattle. We have this thing, I played music all my life. I've had in-ear monitors and I've been in front of loud Marshall amps, and I can't hear worth crap. But
I can.
And her frequencies that she hears, they're just right in the sweet spot of all the rattles and all the noises that happen. So I might as well hear them, because I'm going to hear her complaining about them the whole way on every trip. So we try to reduce that as much as we can. I did a video about making that change, and we also ordered a Max Air cover that should be here on the very last day that we're in town, and we're hoping that it'll make it here.
And we appreciate all the comments on that video and ways that you've help prevent your rattles too, and that's one of the reasons why we bought that cover.
Is that Maggie trying to get out?
Okay,
wait a minute. Go get Maggie out. We fixed the Max Air fan, but we have one more thing we wanted to try to address before we left.
We wanted to switch out our memory foam mattress for a latex mattress.
So, along with a lot of other things we ordered so they would get here before we leave, we ordered this sleep-on latex mattress, and we put it on, and we're hoping that's going to, I don't know, make it better and make it more comfortable for me.
One of the issues that we have is we don't like the gaps between the mattress and the bolsters, because there's that little slit there. So we wanted something that would totally cover the whole bed.
So I think, except for a few last minute things, we're ready to leave and hit the road.
Another one that we actually ordered from all the comments on Owen's back was the TENS unit. So we definitely ordered it. We got it yesterday. So
I didn't know you had to plug it up and plug it into you. I thought it was some kind of massager thing. I didn't know I was going to be connected to electricity. It's going to make my feelings pop out or something. I hope not. I hope it doesn't hurt my feelings, but helps my back. But we'll see. We're going to try that seriously, and we appreciate it. You wouldn't believe how many people send us comments and emails and instant messages to say, try the TENS unit, try the TENS unit.
So we're going to try it.
We're going to try it. If my hair gets frizzy, it's going to be your fault.
But
I don't have much hair to do that, do I? When you have a dog, well, dog hair gets everywhere. And we always like to start each trip with the van as clean as we can possibly get it.
One of the things we do before we start another trip is clean the van really good. So we've taken everything out of the back. I'm going to vacuum it, and I'm going to wipe it down really, really good. I'm not sure how we get these little black marks on the floor, because we do have a rug back here. But the best thing that I have found to get rid of those black marks is a little magic eraser. And it just wipes off. It's really good. So you may think that we travel for the scenery and the adventure.
And the places we've never seen, but we've always wanted to go.
But what we remember the most are the people that we've met along the way.
One of those would be Burton and Lucille.
Yesterday, Lucille posted this on Facebook, this little story, and we wanted to share it with you.
The story's called Unanswered Questions.
We're 63 years old.
Well, for a few more days.
That's right. But we still have some unanswered questions.
I still haven't found who let the dogs out,
Or where's the beef?
how to get to Sesame Street,
And why Dora doesn't just use Google Maps.
while all the flavors of Fruit Loops taste the same,
Or how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll?
why eggs are packaged in such a flimsy paper carton,
But batteries are secured in a plastic that's tough as nails.
and light bulbs are in a flimsy carton too.
Ever buy scissors?
You need friggin' scissors to get them out of the box.
I still don't understand why there's Braille on a drive-up ATM.
And why abbreviated is such a long word.
Or why there's a D in fridge.
But not in refrigerator. And why lemon juice is made with artificial flavor.
Yet dishwashing liquid is made with real lemons.
Why they sterilize the needle before they give someone a lethal injection.
But why do you have to put your 2 cents in?
But you only get a penny for your thoughts.
Where's that extra penny?
And why does the alphabet song and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star have to sound the same? And why did you just try to sing it to figure out if that was true?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And what is Victoria's Secret?
Do you have to tell you that I went there with Lynn and our granddaughter, and when they started looking for underwear, I got out of there.
Yeah.
I digress. And why do we drive on parkways?
And park on driveways.
And why do we say happy tails?
When neither of us have a tail.
We actually did get this story from our friend Lucille, who stole it from her brother's girlfriend's uncle's cousin's baby's mama's doctor, who lived next door to an old classmate's mailman.
Hope you enjoyed this story.
And we hope you enjoy our travel into Florida and hopefully all the way out to the West Coast. I'm actually trying to talk Lynn into going on a caravan in April to Baja, which that tells you how far out we're planning. We really hope you guys enjoy coming along with us. Next week, we'll be in the van rolling south, and we can get rid of these.
That's right. I hope. Get rid of these sweaters.
Sand and flip-flops and
Shorts.
fishing and friends and shrimp. And it's going to be fun. We'll see you then. But until then,
Happy tails. Happy tails are here. I can't do it.
you just did.